Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new week of Road to TCG Worlds 2016, where this week the poll was won by Greninja BREAK. So we are going to be using a Greninja Octillery deck, and as you can see Greninja BREAK is a pretty awesome card. It's essentially a stage 3, if you will, 170 HP, which is definitely worth it, and I would even say low based on my testing, because getting a stage 3 out is no easy feat. So yeah, I think BREAK Pokemon, if they really want to be competitive, they should increase the amount of HP they give them, but for now that's what we have to work with. And now its ability, Giant Water Shuriken. Discard a basic water energy card from your hand and place 6 damage counters anywhere you want to. Now that's a pretty amazing attack, or ability rather, because paired with Greninja's attacks you can do a lot of damage, and most importantly you can take KOs during your opponent's turn and before you attack, so you're able to KO something and Lysander something up. You can potentially stall things by using Lysander to bring up high retreat Pokemon and damaging the bench. And we have plenty of options to recover water energy in the deck, as you will see in a minute. So I think we will do quite well with this deck. I really enjoyed the few testing games I've done so far with Greninja, so hopefully it works out for us. We're just running 2 of the Greninja BREAK because we do have the Super Rod to get them back potentially, and it's also really hard to get them out, so I think that's more than enough. Now for the previous Greninja stage, we are running 2 of the newest Break Point Greninjas, which Shadow Stitching is a really nice attack, preventing your opponent's abilities during his or her next turn, preventing Shaman, preventing Bronzong. Yeah, it's a really nice card. And Moonlight Slash, which allows you to do a ton of damage and return the energy used to your hand in order to potentially use Water Shuriken next turn. So it's a very nice combination of attacks. Definitely allows you a lot of versatility, and it has a 0 retreat cost, which for a stage 2 is obviously pretty great. And we are running 2 of the XY Greninjas just because we get an extra potential Water Shuriken ability, which is obviously very nice. And I mean, if you got both of these Greninjas and both Greninja BREAKs out, which it's going to be really hard to do, but if you manage that, you could potentially be placing 180 damage or 18 damage counters total per turn during your turn before you attack. So you could one-hit KO an EX without even doing anything. So yeah, pretty nice. And Mist Slash, it's not too great of an attack, but 50 damage for 1 water energy is okay, I guess. It's mostly for the ability. Now we do have 4 Frogadiers which search for themselves with water duplicates, so that's definitely something you want to see. And we are running 4 Froakie still, because otherwise the basic count in this deck is very low, and you definitely want Froakie available to you to evolve into Frogadier to get the others out. And during the late game you might not have a chance to use Frogadier's attack, so you definitely might need to evolve turn by turn. So that's why we are running 4 Froakies, despite the possibility that Frogadier searches for itself. And as far as support Pokemon, no Shamans, because we're not running Ultra Ball this week, but we are running a 2/2 line of Octillery, which refills your hand, and this allows us to focus a bit more on Judge in terms of drawing cards, because you disrupt your opponent, and Octillery is not a one-time use, it's once during your turn. So it doesn't matter if it's the early game, mid game, or late game, Octillery will be useful at any point in the game to recover or to deny your opponent through the use of Judge. Now we run the 4 Sycamore, which are pretty much mandatory these days. 2 Lysander to pick out what we want to attack. 2 Judge, as I was saying, it pairs really nice with an Octillery engine and allows you to disrupt your opponents. Usually they don't expect more than 1 or 2 Judges, so with Burst Seekers and things like that you can get away by using 1 every single turn probably. 2 Wallies to get that turn 1 Frogadier really going quite quickly, and 1 Fisherman to recover our potential energy discarded, and especially with Berserkers we ideally have an infinite amount of energy, not infinite but enough to win us any games, and 1 AC in order to heal up our Greninjas, which could be heavily damaged, but they do have a lot of HP. And now, in terms of the trainer cards or item cards, we have 4 Berserker, of course, one of the best cards in the game. 4 Trainer's Mail allows us to search for the other item cards we're using or potential supporters. 4 Dive Ball, these replace the Ultra Ball. We don't have to discard anything to use them, and they search directly for any water Pokemon, and we are only running water Pokemon, so obviously pretty ideal for this deck. 2 Battle Compressor to be able to potentially get some energy in the discard pile, get our Fisherman or AC or potentially turn 1 Wallies going, and get some energy in the discard as well to recover with Fisherman or with energy retrieval. These are obvious. You discard energy with Greninja's abilities, so you want to get them back as soon as possible to be able to attack and do more damage with its ability. 2 Evo Sodas, because this can fetch the break evolutions, and they also work on every single card we have, so these are pretty good. They're like Wallies, but they're not as supporters, so they're obviously good. 2 Floatstone, because Octillery, we don't want it to get stuck in the active slot. And finally 1 Super Rod, because our Greninjas will be KO'd eventually, or we could even get energy back into the deck, so we definitely wanted some sort of recovery there. And finally 9 Water Energy, since every one of our attacks only costs 1 energy and we have so much energy recovery, 9 energy is probably more than enough. So having said this, let's get right to our first game of the week featuring Greninja Break. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really excited to see this deck in action. No promises as to if it's going to be the next best deck in the format and super competitive, but I think we should be able to pull out some interesting wins, and it should lead to quite a few interesting games. It also doesn't have like the super, wow, we're a pure water deck against a pure darkness deck. And yeah, it doesn't have those like super dominating early game setups or things like that some EX decks have. So we should have quite a few long games with this deck, and we're also gonna be using, or we're going to be mulliganing a lot. Now we do see reverse value, we see experience share, and we see Team Flare Grunt. So this might be Veltal, a pure Veltal deck, but I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. And my opponent mulliganed, we mulliganed, but this is our second mulligan. And yeah, he also doesn't have anything. We see he has recovery in Center Lady and the Dangerous Energy along with the Stadium, so we really have to take those counts into consideration. My opponent is mulligan the same as I am. We haven't seen a Sycamore, and we do see 3 tier now in that hand, so I honestly don't know what kind of deck my opponent is running. And there's our 4th mulligan. At least we're not giving my opponent too many cards. He does get a basic Pokemon now. We don't, so he gets at least 1 extra card. Hopefully we don't mulligan another one. I mean, I know we only run 6 basic Pokemon, I know, but it's still annoying. Wow, another one, that's what, 6? Let's see how many we can get. And that's the last one, okay. So, our hand is not too great, especially because I think we are going first, so my opponent might be using a very offensive deck and he might get a turn 1 KO. Now he benches, wow, 3 more Pokemon. So my opponent he did have a lot of Pokemon, he just wasn't using them. And am I at risk? Choose a party card from your opponent's card pile and use it as the effect of this attack. Okay. And 3 damage counters. So Sableye doesn't really threaten us right now, which I'm very glad to see. I will Trainer's Mail, get myself a Judge, and I will Trainer's Mail again, get myself a Dive Ball. That's the card I really wanted to see here, because that will allow me to get myself a Remoraid. And we get to see what's in the prizes. There's one Frogadier, all 3 Frogadiers are available to us. One Greninja BREAK is prized, and one of the Shadow Stitching Greninjas as well, and one Remoraid. So 3 Pokemon in our prizes. Not the biggest of deals, and my opponent seems to be using more of a lock deck than an offensive deck, and since we do have a lot of energy recovery and we can use our abilities while asleep, I don't really see an issue with this. Now I will get rid of a Froakie here and Octillery. No, not an Octillery. He might use Sableye's attack to copy a supporter from my discard, so I really don't want to give him an option there. So I might just get rid of both Froakies, or 2 Froakies rather. Because yeah, I don't see my opponent being too offensive right now. Yeah, just gonna get rid of the 2 Froakies. He's not gonna be able to KO my Froakie next turn. And I'm not even going to attach an energy because I did see a lot of Team Fur Grunt in his previous hands. So next turn I can just evolve, attach, and use a Judge to deny some of the extra cards he got off of the mulligans and get myself 3 more Frogadiers into my bench. Onto my bench, not into my bench. Onto my bench. He uses a Tyrnome, attaches an Experience Share. And yeah, I mean, his deck is obviously not the most standard deck, but he seems to be using an interesting strategy. He attaches a double colorless energy to Malamar, so going from our flips last week, he might want to flip, and he might get some KOs based on that, but that's all he does during his turn. Now I get to evolve, get rid of the sleeping condition. Thank you, Zach, for the reminder. I get to attach an energy and I get to judge him. He will be able to judge me as well, but that will just give me another fresh new hand. Oh man. Now, top decking this Frogadier was terrible. Absolutely terrible. And yeah, I'm gonna use Abyssal Hand, hoping not to draw another Frogadier. Okay, I don't, but now I regret discarding the Froakies. I'm just gonna use both of my Dive Balls here. Obviously not going to get the the Frogadiers. Gonna get 2 Greninjas out. 1 ability and 1 non-ability. And afterwards we can search for the Greninja BREAK here. Only 2 Frogadiers because I did draw 1 off of those 5 cards. And so now, like I said, I really regret getting rid of all the Froakies because the last one is priced, but it's not that big a deal. Now yeah, this is the card that worries me. Switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with his or her active Pokemon, and it is now confused. And he can get energies forever. Oh, he might use my Judge right now and remove my Greninjas from my hand. But that might allow me... Yeah, he's gonna judge me. So that might allow me to get my Frogadier out. Which... Well, my 4th Frogadier out. So that's okay. It's not the end of the world. We won't see a Shaman actually, because he's not running any Shaman. So I don't know what Pokemon he's going to get right now, but what I do know is he will... Wow, Yveltal, okay. So I wonder why he mulliganed so much. He's running Malamar, Yveltal, Sableye, and the regular Malamar. Pretty weird. He's going to judge away my 2 Greninja, so that was a waste of 2 dive balls on my end. And the first card is, did you see that? Did you guys see that? The deck literally waited, drew the Frogadier first, waited a second, and then gave me the rest of my cards. Oh boy. So, is it worth it evolving the active Pokemon? I could get my Super Rod, but it's not very likely. Oh, I'm gonna evolve the Venged. I'm going to use Water Shuriken here, get rid of these, and I might want to KO Sableye here, but I would rather KO it through Water Shuriken. So I'm gonna start damaging that Malamar because that is what has an energy. Do I have any more energy? Okay, I will get this back and attach it, I guess, to this Greninja, and I'm gonna Sycamore first and then I will use Abyssal Hand afterwards. I do get the Super Rod back, and I could actually get the Greninja Break, but without any energy. So I'm gonna get this guy. I'm gonna keep it in my hand. It's not posing too much of an... No, I am going to evolve. And I guess I will return the Froakies here. We will return the Froakies and the Frogadier. It happens, it happens. And I will attach the Floatstone. I will use my Evo Soda to evolve. Oh wow, I thought Evo Soda allowed you to get Greninja Break, but it actually doesn't. I was sure it did. And it's only Wally that allows you. Why wouldn't it allow you to? I have no idea why not. But anyways, I'm gonna draw a couple extra cards. Nothing I can actually use. So I'm just gonna use Shadow Stitching because that will prevent him to put me to sleep with Malamar. And next turn I can Water Shuriken, KO the Sableye, prevent the experience share, and get an attack off on something different. So that should be pretty good for us. He does attach to Yveltal, so putting the energy back into our hands will be very, very important. He plays a stadium that removes weakness. That's not really relevant to us. And yeah, I have a feeling games with this deck are going to be very, very long. So please bear with me, guys. Please, please bear with me. Please, a Pokemon fan club. So yeah, like I said, my opponent's deck is not the most competitive, but it's not bad either. Definitely not something you would expect to run into after round 1 or round 2 at most in a tournament. At least not in a regional or something. Looks like he will Sycamore this time around. Potentially Judge, but most likely Sycamore. And yeah, he does Sycamore and gets a fresh set of 7 new cards, which I will most likely Judge away from him. I will use a Trainer's Mail. No point in getting that Sycamore. So I'm just gonna Judge. I really need energy. I need 1 energy card. And I would love the Greninja Break, but that's looking a bit harder. I do get the energy though, thankfully. And I do get the Wallies, I guess. I will Water Shuriken away the energy, get a KO onto Sableye, and that also opens up the possibility to get a Greninja Break off of my prizes. Let's see, are you the first card? No, you're the other Greninja. My opponent promotes the Malamar. Now I will draw 1 extra card with Abyssal Hand. It's a Lysander, and now I'm just gonna Moonlight Slash, return the energy into my hand, and that will allow me to discard it and get a KO on the Malamar. And as you can see, the experience share did not activate for my opponent's Malamar EX, so that's obviously very good for us. So yeah, we're playing a very slow and methodical game, but I think we should win out in the end here. There's only one energy in my discard pile, so now I really wish I had the Sycamore. Thankfully, my Octillery does have the Float Stone, so even if he drags it up, it's not a problem, I can just retreat it. And we'll see how this goes. I can also buy myself some time with the Lysander if I need it, if I need to do so. And now I have 2 Water Shurikens available to me, which is obviously great. Yeah, he's gonna confuse me or do 40 damage and recover a card from his discard pile. Yep, that's what he does. Wait, what? Oh, if I damage him, never mind. I assumed it was like the old Darkness energy, but no, if I damage him, I get 2 damage counters back onto me. But since I will be taking the KO through Water Shuriken most likely, that will not activate either. He gets back a Versieker, pretty smart move. And okay, I top deck another Water Energy. So. Thanks to Octillery, I might be able to place 120 damage counters right now. So, I'm gonna Water Shuriken first. Get the KO onto the Malamar. That's our second prize. Man, I really love this this way of taking prizes. I know it's not against the most competitive deck, but it just seems really, really fun. So my opponent now has to decide what he wants to promote. And I could even get out the Frogadier to have my 4th Greninja in play. Okay, he promotes Yveltal. So I'm gonna bench this guy. I could also KO this Yveltal. Do I want to KO the Yveltal though? Or I could just start damaging this guy. But no. I'm gonna use my Wallies here. Get myself my wait, what? Greninja BREAK is in the deck, both of them? How? When? When did that happen? I am going to Giant Water Shuriken, the active, and actually I'm gonna need to draw Water Energy off of this, otherwise I won't be able to attack. Okay, I do get it, so that was pretty lucky, and I'm able to Moonlight Slash, return the energy, and do just enough damage to KO the Yveltal. Pretty great. Now we are down to 3 prizes, and our prize is Fisherman, so we probably could not have asked for a better prize card here. Definitely could not have asked for a better prize card. Now, he brings up Yveltal. I don't think he can KO us. I really don't. Even with a double colorless and a muscle band, he would do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 100 damage. So yeah, oh, he places a Fighting Fury Belt. So that means I have to deal even more damage to get a KO right now. But I could also just target down the Malamar instead. He deals 90 damage. Fighting Fury Belt. Okay. So I have no way to heal my Greninja BREAK right now. But if I Wallies, he has 210 HP. I would do 6, 6, and 8. Oh man, I would be 10 short. But I don't even have enough energy, never mind. Yeah, okay, so how many energy do I have in the discard pile? I have 3. So first I will Giant Water Shuriken, place the damage onto Yveltal. That's the immediate threat, nothing else is really threatening us. And now I will use Fisherman to get the most out of its use. If I had used it previous to using Giant Water Shuriken, I would have missed out on 1 energy. Now I get to use double Water Shuriken and pile up even more damage onto Yveltal. Another Water Shuriken, not giant unfortunately, but I could potentially... no, I can't. Okay, so I am able to do some damage with Moonlight Slash, return the energy, and now all I need to do is just 1 Water Shuriken and he's gone. He is absolutely gone. So even though he will KO Greninja Break, he only takes 1 prize card. We will take 2 on that Yveltal EX. And that should seal the game, honestly. That really should seal the game. Because... Center Lady, okay. That's not the biggest of deals. It just means we definitely need the Greninja Break here. But it's really not the biggest of deals. I do have the Wally to get the Greninja Break out. And I will be able to use Abyssal Hand as well next turn. So yeah. We're in a pretty good position. That Fighting Belt made it so we missed out on the KO on Yveltal last turn. But that's fine still. He goes for Y Cyclone because he knows Yveltal will be KO'd. But then why would you even heal Yveltal? I guess to force me to use more energy. And he passes the DC back to Malamar. So I would love to win this turn without attacking. How do I do that? Only if he promotes Malamar. Yeah, so I'm going to Wally's here. Going to get my Greninja Break, evolve this guy, and now I have a ton of damage. Wait. Oh, okay, that's fine. I will discard an energy, place the damage there. I honestly didn't realize Greninja Break had to be active to be able to use its ability. And now I can definitely use Giant Water Shuriken. That's so broken, just placing 9 damage counters off of the same Pokemon before attacking. So if you add the attack, this Greninja alone dealt 170 damage on its own. Now he does promote Malamar, which will prevent my KO because I cannot Lysander, but I can just Water Shuriken, damage the Malamar, and even if he KOs Greninja Break, we will be okay here if he flips like a ton of heads. I'm gonna Battle Compressor away some useless cards like the Float Stone, like the Froakie now. No? Yeah, like the Froakie. Sycamores, no. Like the other Froakie. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna get rid of. Yeah. Now I'm just gonna attack. Do Mist Slash. Unfortunately, not the other attack. But he's at 110 damage. So he needs a Darkness Energy. He needs to flip 3 out of 5 heads, which is over 50%. Doesn't matter that he put us to sleep because we can still use our abilities, and even if he gets the KO, oh, but he has a Center Lady. Now that complicates things. That definitely complicates things. If he gets a KO, we might be in for some trouble here. There's 1 heads, there's 2 heads, there's 1 tails, there's 2 tails, and 3 tails. So he misses a KO, and thanks to the energy retrieval, that just means we outright win here, I think. Yeah, because this guy has 90 HP. So all I have to do is take a KO on the benched Malamar and take our last prize. It's so broken that you can use abilities even if your Pokemon is asleep. It's really, really broken. And now I just use the regular water shuriken, place the other 3 damage counters onto Malamar, get the KO and get the win as I draw my last prize. So yeah, pretty slow and methodical, and the game definitely could have gotten a bit more complicated towards the end, but we managed to pull through. We start off the ladder. We get a few, extra coins. Yeah, that's not bad. Always enjoy the coins because it allows us to open up packs from the upcoming set. And yeah, now we're up against a dark, psychic, colorless deck. So this should be a bit more competitive in terms of what we're up against. And we really shouldn't have such a dominating performance here. We'll see though, we'll see. My opponent is taking his sweet, sweet time. Oh boy, let's see. This will be a real test. Especially with this kind of hand. Because we have nothing. We have a lot of top decks out of this. But yeah. Not a good hand for us. Not a good hand for us. Gonna promote Froakie. Doesn't matter if the first Froakie gets KO'd, really. I just need to see an energy or ideally a dive ball, honestly. That's what I really need to get Octillery going. So yeah, my opponent gets first attachment. So he will get a turn 2 KO on Froakie. Unless he whiffs an energy, but I don't think he will. And yeah, this might get complicated really fast with this starting hand. Another nice card would be a compressor, I guess. That would be ideal, as I could compressor Wally's and get Octillery going. And potentially get an Evo Soda and get Frogadier going. Ultra Ball, what will he get? Discards a Megaphone, gets Hoopa, okay. And he's running Fighting Fury Belt as well. I really think that card will be very important, especially because a lot of people will forget about it and make misplays based on that. Because they will forget the extra HP and they will make mistakes with the maths, and it's actually a Mega Mewtwo deck with Lugia EX. So this should prove very, very interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. That combination of cards seems like very energy intensive. And he's actually gonna play a switch onto Mewtwo. So I reckon, is he using Psychic Energy for damage change? I have no idea what to think about him, about everything he's doing. And he didn't get Shaman either, because he had it in his hand. Oh boy, my opponent is nearly at halfway through his deck, and I'm just here hoping to top deck anything, something useful. And he actually is running Psychic, Dark, and most likely double colorless energy. So that damage change is going to be troublesome for us. A Fisherman top deck. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is just so nice. I think PTCGO likes to think that I enjoy watching other people play. Wow. What a weird energy combination my opponent is using. There's a KO on Froakie. My opponent just doesn't need to play any supporter cards. He just all out gets the 2 Psychic. Okay, so I top deck the Octillery, but I will only get 1 card off of the Octillery. Well, I can get 2 if I use my super right now, and I'm just gonna use it because at this point I cannot think of the late game. I have to think of the immediate threat right now. Okay, so this might be able to buy us a few turns. Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man. A water energy would have been amazing instead of the Greninja BREAK. And he has the... At least he doesn't KO Frogadier. He only deals 60 damage, right? 30 times 2, that's 60. Or if he gets the muscle band here, I'm just gonna call it quits. No, he gets the Spirit Link. So if he has the Mega Mewtwo, that's the 10 extra damage he needs. So I will just call it quits right then and there. Do you have it? Yep, he does. So I can't work with that, guys. I really can't. So this video is pretty long at this point. I will find another game. I was considering just cutting the video here, but that second match, it really doesn't count, guys. It really doesn't. It's ridiculous. But hey, that's PTCGO for you. Every single card that I could potentially draw that would not help me is exactly what I drew. What are you gonna do? You really can't control that. And I will reiterate, that's exactly why I prefer VGC, because at least you have more control over the first few turns. A little bit, just a little bit more control. So my opponent is actually a world's competitor. Because he has, or he bought them, but I would think he's a world's competitor. Huh. I cannot use Evo Soda. Search for Tablemon. Discount several you can during first turn. Damn. Okay, so he's using Regice. That's fine. This might be Manectric Regice, which would actually be terrible for us because of Rough Seas. I mean, we would get to heal as well, but not good. Definitely not good. And I didn't get to see, or I didn't pay attention to what my opponent had from the previous screen. There's a water and an escape rope. And I guess this won't be the first turn. So can I Evo Soda? Or on a Pokemon that was put into play this turn. Okay, no, I cannot Evo Soda. Huh. It is Manectric. Okay, I do top deck the Wally, so that's pretty much the best card I could have seen. I will keep the Verse Seeker just so that I can further Wallies afterwards. But turn 1 Frogadier is definitely very nice. Because I do have the Frogadier in my hand, I won't be able to get out 4, just 3 in total. But at this point, I will take that. And my opponent got rid of the escape rope, so does he have something else to retreat his Regice? I would imagine so. I would really imagine so. Yep, he just passes, so no he doesn't. Okay. So we have an opening here to get out Greninja BREAK, but we have no energy. So I'm gonna go for this Greninja. Evolve the active. I will play another Evo Soda. Get another Water Shuriken. Oh wow, the only one that's available to us, rather. And I will Wally's into Greninja BREAK here, so that I have the ability available to me during the next turn. And I can potentially KO this Regice by returning the energy. So yeah, Moonlight Slash. I will take it back. And yeah, very, very nice. Any Greninja BREAK for trade? Nope. Sorry, nope. Only ones I have, I'm using right now. Okay, so he top decks, most likely the switch, or he had it, and he's gonna go for a Shaman right now. And I cannot KO the Shaman because I'm missing energy. Otherwise I could potentially Wally's and attack the Shaman. Man, if I had used the first attack. If only I had used the first attack. And he's even going to heal off the damage. Ugh. Yeah, we're in a very bad spot right now. We are in a very, very bad spot. If he Mega Evolves, we are going to be in an absolutely terrible spot. He didn't get it. He might get it off the Shona here. Let's see. Does he get it? Gets a Fighting Fury Belt onto Regice, so I'm just gonna forget about Regice. And he does get it. So 110, I will heal 30. Yep. Wow, third Shaman EX. So if I had only used the first attack. And wow, my opponent just got the most absolute perfect. Wow, I can't believe he drew past a turn earlier and just look at what he has. Okay, so now the main focus, when I really need to top deck things. This is just getting really ridiculous. But I guess I will be able to KO a Shaman EX next turn. I'm gonna Giant Water Shuriken away the energy. Play the damage counters onto the full art Shaman EX. I will have to use a Fisherman for just the one energy, unfortunately. Such a waste. And I'm gonna retreat, promote this Greninja. And I guess I could Water Shuriken right now and then use the Fisherman once again. But actually, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna Water Shuriken and target down the Shaman once again. Hopefully it doesn't have another Fighting Fury belt for that Shaman. And I'm just gonna pass my turn here. Next turn, I can Verse Seeker the energy back through Fisherman, get the KO into Shaman, survive the turn through Greninja, and pick up 2 prize cards. So yeah, my real target right now is to KO all 3 Greninjas, or not 3 Greninjas, all 3 Shaman. That's my number 1 goal. Number 1 goal. He goes for a Shona, so are people just not running Sycamore? Am I the only crazy one running Sycamore for consistency? Because I don't get to draw Sycamore at all. Okay, there's a Sycamore, I can work with that. So I will trust that I will draw 1 energy off of this. I quit. I quit Pokemon. I quit Pokemon. I really quit Pokemon, guys. This this is ridiculous. Don't tell me this is not ridiculous. Don't tell me this is not ridiculous. I'm just gonna pass here. Next turn I'll decide what I do, but oh boy. Okay, I have a oh, he doesn't KO. He's 10 short from the KO. Thanks to his own rough seas. 160 damage. Perfect. Oof. I was really scared. So, if the cards go right for me, I could potentially KO 2 Shaman this turn. So, let me just Water Shuriken first. KO this Shaman. Yep. 2 prize cards here. Water Energy, perfect. And a Judge, also pretty great. I can evolve Octillery here. I can Giant Water Shuriken. Target this Shaman now. So yeah, my opponent's 3 Shamans might be what ends up giving me the win here. There's 3 Water Energy now in the discard pile. So. I don't have another Water Energy though. Or rather, I don't have another Greninja Break. How do I get another Greninja Break? I can AC. But I don't have an energy. Would I get an energy? Probably not. I guess I might. I'm gonna go for it. Gonna return the Greninja Break into my hand. I did retreat, right? No, he promoted my Greninja through Lysander. What am I saying? So I get to evolve Frogadier here. I get to evolve Greninja Break here. And he cannot KO as well. I get to bench Froakie. I get to discard 3 cards that are not energy, like Remoraid, like Froakie, and like Octillery, because everything else seems useful. And I get to return 3 energy as well. So, and the Frogadier. 2 energy and the Frogadier, that's fine. Now, let's hope to draw 1 energy off of these 3 cards from Abyssal Hand. Yes! Perfect. So, I get to Giant Water Shuriken here. Wow, I can't believe I'm recovering after that initial hand. I get another 2 prizes. I get another Judge and a Trainer's Mail. I even get to damage the Manectric, but there's really no point. Who's the sacrificial lamb here? No one. I don't need... Oh, I can Water Shuriken still. Okay, I'll take that. I'll place the damage onto Shaman. And here I can retreat for this Greninja. I can make my deck even thinner. And he cannot take a prize. Gonna get rid of the Wallies and the Floatstone and the Lysander, because I'm not gonna need Lysander this game. Wow, this got really good real fast. I'm gonna Trainer's Mail here. I'm gonna get a Dive Ball. I should have gotten the Energy Retrieval, but I'm just gonna get my Greninja Break here, or the Frogadier. Now the Greninja Break, because I could even KO a regular Manectric, or even the active one with enough energy. The active Manectric EX is definitely within KO range if I'm able to get enough energy. So yeah, things are looking very good. Very, very good. And I know it is a 50-minute video, guys. Sorry for that. But I don't know. I'm very excited. Oh, he gets the AC. Okay. With 4 energy, I can KO potentially a Seismitoad here. Okay, so I need energy. A Judge doesn't give me the best odds to get energy, so I'm gonna Sycamore here. And that's more than enough energy in order to win this match. Okay, there's more than enough energy. Okay, so who do we want to KO? I'm gonna KO the active Manectric. Yep. Okay, so Giant Water Shuriken. Get rid of the water energy, place the damage onto the active Manectric. Man, I cannot believe we pulled this off. I really cannot believe it. Wow. Okay, so another water shuriken onto the active. Now he's at 90. Then we get another. Oh, wait. Oh boy. I messed up. I need the float stone. Nope. Oh, I forgot he had to be active. Yikes. Okay, this will just delay his turn. Unless he has another AC. So, yeah, I'm actually gonna be more patient here. Oh, that was really dumb. I forgot you had to be active. I really forgot you had to be active. So I have to save my Greninja BREAK here. So I'm gonna retreat to the other Greninja because he cannot KO it. I'm gonna use Abyssal Hand for 1 card. There's a Berserker. Okay, that means we have access to 4 energy next turn, which will be more than enough. He can only heal 30 damage also. So yeah, we just got delayed a turn. We still have this in the bag. Oh boy, I really cannot believe I won this game. And he doesn't even take a single prize card even. His own Rough Seas ended up hurting him more than helping him, because he did play down all those targets. So I'm really glad I didn't use Greninja's first attack actually. Oh, he gets a Lysander. Now this complicates things. Okay, I have 90x. No, I still have the win here, because thanks to this Greninja. We're still good here, but man, did I really mess up. Because I got really confident, I should have just targeted the Seismitoad, and I had no need to attack. That's what I should have done. Okay, I'm gonna Fisherman here. Get back 4 of my energy, exactly 4. So there's a ton of energy in my deck left. Okay, so I'm gonna heal just in case. I'm gonna Giant Water Shuriken, the active. Now he's at 120. Then I can Water Shuriken. He will be at 150. And now I just attach my energy here. Retreat. And deal 80 damage for the game. I don't even need to do 80 damage, but I will just in case I miss something. That's the game. Good game, man. Good game. And yeah, that seals up day 1 with 2 wins, 1 loss, but come on, that loss, I will say it doesn't really count. That's it for today, guys. Thank you very much. If you enjoyed the video, I would really appreciate leaving a like here. If you watched it all through, all 50 minutes, 55 minutes of it, you are a champion, a real champion. And yeah, that will be all for today, guys. Thank you, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow in Spanish for more Greninja Break action, or I will see you on Thursday, or on Wednesday rather, in English. Bye bye.